A Kansas City, Missouri firefighter lost his life because a woman who, I don't know if this woman is mentally unstable. I mean, it looks like it. I don't know if it's drugs. Could be either mental instability or drugs, but uh yeah, you're going to see, but Hoffman, this gentleman lost his life because they weren't able to take care of, you know, doing a search of her. Graham Hoffman is the 29-year-old firefighter's name. And I'm going to let you hear a local Kansas City news on this, and then I'll get into a little bit more on this. But Kansas City is violent. Uh, One of the news things that I get in my feed every day is news from Kansas City. I don't know how I ended up getting it, but these folks are violent. So let's let you hear the news first. Howdy, y'all. This is Paul, the Redneck Thinker. What we have here is a channel to communicate. I want you folks to be thinking by the time you leave my videos. Why? Because I'm tired of people talking via what other people tell them to think. So, watch my video and enjoy the chance to think for yourself.
This is a Fox 4 breaking news report.
Today, I'm focused on grieving for his mother, his father, his sibling, his family, and everyone in the KCFD family.
First here at 10, the Kansas City Fire Department is mourning the loss of a paramedic firefighter who died in the line of duty today. 29-year-old Graham Hoffman was stabbed by a patient while working a routine call early this morning. Thank you for joining us here on Fox 4 News at 10. I'm Shannon Brousseau. Hoffman died from his injuries this afternoon. Fox 4's Lexi French joins us live now at North Kansas City Hospital. Lexi, charges have been filed against the patient accused of stabbing him. Is that right?
Yeah, Shannon, that's right. And KCFD officials describe Graham Hoffman as somebody who loved life and serving his community. He served with KCFD for 3 years. Now, Shanita Basel faces multiple charges, including first-degree murder, armed criminal action, assault, and resisting arrest in connection with the killing of 29-year-old Graham Hoffman.
This is a senseless act that has taken a young man from his family, friends, and co-workers and deprived our city of a dedicated firefighter who only wanted to serve and protect those in this community.
Hoffman was responding to a routine call around 1 a.m. on Sunday. He was stabbed by a patient while transporting her to a local hospital. Hoffman's partner immediately initiated a crew emergency.
And additional KCFD and KCPD personnel were dispatched to the scene. KCFD crews worked to save firefighter Hoffman's life while en route to North Kansas City Hospital. Life-saving efforts were performed in the emergency room, and he was placed in the ICU, where he later succumbed to his injuries.
KCFD held a procession for firefighter Hoffman Sunday afternoon at North Kansas City Hospital.
He was an excellent paramedic who treated his patients with the highest level of skill and compassion. The Kansas City Fire Department grieves with Graham's family, friends, and loved ones.
Hoffman usually worked out of KCFD station number 42, but was working overtime Sunday morning when he was fatally stabbed.
This should not have happened. There are a lot of things that have happened since I became mayor a few years ago. I never expected a line of duty death like this one. You never expect a violent criminal incident to bring this amount of pain to a community and a family. This is wholly unacceptable.
During a news conference Sunday afternoon, city leaders promised to support Hoffman's family as they navigate this unimaginable loss.
There will be many steps ahead as we evaluate what happened, as we review what occurred, as we address whatever needs to happen in the future. But today, I'm focused on grieving for his mother, his father, his sibling, his family, and everyone in the KCFD family. We know that we will stand with them not just today, but well into the future.
A criminal history check of Shanita Basel shows that she was arrested and charged with assault in the second degree and resisting arrest. Last week, she's accused of biting a police officer on April 23rd. She posted bond on April 25th. Tonight, though, she is in law enforcement custody, and Shannon, she's being held on $1 million bond.
Lexi Frank.
NBC9's Krista Tatchell. And Krista, the suspect in Hoffman's death was just in court.
And you've done some digging on her criminal history.
Yeah, Lauren Kelly, in the last month, 39-year-old Shanita Basel had a series of erratic events that culminated into a very violent episode that happened yesterday, taking the life of Graham Hoffman. She had her first court appearance today in Clay County Courthouse, at the Clay County Courthouse where I am right now. And she appeared on video. She was wearing a medical mask, kind of swaying back and forth as the judge asked her, "Do you need a public defender?" And she said that she did. She is facing 4 charges: first-degree murder, armed criminal action, second-degree assault, and resisting arrest. So let's go back to last Tuesday. Basel was arrested on account of second-degree assault of a Platte County law enforcement officer as he tried to stop her from allegedly breaking into his wife's car with a brick. As the officer tried to intervene, Basel allegedly bit the officer 3 times on his arm and tried to grab a knife from his vest. For that, she paid a $10,000 bond on Friday, and she was released on her arrest warrant for those charges. It is listed she is a danger to the crime victim, the community, or another person. But then, just 2 days later, she was arrested and charged with first-degree murder and armed criminal action in Hoffman's death. Her mother was in court today but had no comment, and neighbors say this is coming as a shock.
She has children that live there, and her mother owns a home and, takes care of everything. So there's been I never saw a sign of any problems that would come up. And her kids are super nice kids.
Basel in March, just last month, she was cited for a hit and run accident. In that, she entered a plea of not guilty. She also has been recently sued for not paying her credit cards. We're told by neighbors she has 3 teenage children. She lives in the home with her mother. Her mother owns that home. Again, her mother had no comment today. There were also 2 friends of hers that also were here at court. They had no comment. Now, we have been talking to trying to get answers from the Clay County prosecutor. If Basel was considered a danger to the community, then why was she released on bond? We have not been able to get answers on that yet, but we will keep digging. We are live at the Clay County Courthouse. Krista Tatchell, KMBC 9 News.
All right, Krista, thank you. Well, Basel is back in court next Monday for her initial bond hearing. If she is found guilty of the first-degree murder charge, she could face the death penalty or life in prison without parole.
This shows a broken justice system. It really does. I mean, Shanita Basel, you heard everything. I did the second news thing from the Kansas City area. This woman killed a man who was doing a job. And he was doing a job that, okay, yeah, it's high risk. But here's my question. Somebody is walking out in the middle of the street and all that, which sounds like there's a mental issue going on. All the times that cops show up to mental issue problems and don't get the paramedics there. But in this case, here's somebody that if the cops had shown up and ran who this woman was, how much you want to bet they would have searched her or should have searched her? Because if there were cops there, then there's a lot of questions to be asked about why this wasn't done in a better fashion. But Mr. Hoffman lost his life because of sheer incompetence of the justice system. And yeah, the cops arrested her, but she was let go. $10,000 bond, so all somebody had to do was put up a house or put $1,000 into the bond. This is batshit crazy. And a man lost his life because that probably had saved a lot of people up to this point and probably had more people he could have saved. There is no way that the DA should not suffer consequences for this, in my opinion. But I'll let you think about this. This has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Y'all have a good day now. Bye. So, folks, that's the story that I wanted to bring you on this video. And I just wanted to say thank you again for coming by. Well, hit like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff if you don't mind. Help me out. So, y'all have a good day now. Bye.